I was able to manifest just about everything in my life in the last 5 to 10 years or so. Probably within a matter of a month or two, I was able to change my life. I was basically homeless. I'd lost everything. I'd been studying manifestation and law of attraction for a little while, probably 20 years or so. And I was probably putting the cart before the horse. So you kind of sometimes have to be careful. Sometimes I believe it so much. So I'm like, I know it's coming. And I kind of jumped the gun a few times. But what has happened in the long run was so much worth it. Like, I did lose some things. I've lost jobs in the past, 10 years ago or so, when I was working for other people. But now I have my own businesses that make me probably 6 figures to 7 figures a year. And I make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. And I have free time to do the things I love now. I was able to manifest my wife, who's the most beautiful person I've ever been with. Been able to manifest my marketing agency, and now I'm becoming a life coach so I can help other people with manifestation and law of attraction and keeping faith and hope and doing it in a way that favors God and still believes in God and doesn't just say that, hey, we're doing all this. We have to have a partnership with God. We have to have our Father in heaven is the one that gave us these gifts as his children, to be able to grow and to be able to have joy and peace. And if we put faith in action, then all things are possible. Like it says that in scriptures, all things are possible to those that believe. And Jesus was trying to tell us in so many different ways that the law of attraction is real. It can be taken to a point where, it's like people are focusing too much on cars and mansions and, all that stuff. If that's what you desire, then, whatever. But that's not really what our Father in heaven gave it to us for. It was so we could provide and so we could have nice things. And, if you want a Lambo, yeah, I want a Lambo, but I haven't got one yet, but I'm still manifesting that. And one of these days I'll have one. And as long as I believe that, it'll come eventually. But I don't want to put that before other things. I want to be able to pay tithing and help people with their needs and be able to help family and stuff, and still trying to get things in order so I can just, whenever my mom gets a little bit older, she'll have a place to live and things like that, and getting closer and closer to that. But I was able to manifest, some really good stuff in my life the last 4 or 5 years. It took a little bit of time and patience, and just be careful with, believing too much. Don't lose your job and be like, oh, I'm about to create this new business that's going to make me millions, because you'll end up like me and go homeless for a little while. But it was one of those, it lit a fire underneath me. It was like, when I came back, I just had this passion, and I had a lot of things happen with repair I used to do phone repair shop business, and I ended up getting real angry at Google. And just sometimes that anger is kind of a passion that can push you to be like, hey, I'm going to do this regardless of what some tech giant is doing. I'm going, you just got to have faith. You got to keep on keeping on and keep on doing things to show that deep down inside, subconsciously, that you believe that you are going to keep on doing the things that were going to push you to your goals. As long as you keep belief, no matter what the circumstances are, you'll do little bitty steps. You'll have little bitty steps that happen. It's called the bridge